Last month, I personally made over 34,000 USD. And in this video, I'm going to walk through how I made one property coach £88,000, which is about 117k USD off one webinar funnel. I'm going to walk through every single thing I did step by step, HC, literally everything. In this video, I want to make sure that you can walk away being able to do it yourself at least.
And it's only fair because he has done a great job for us. So we've easily generated $250,000 in revenue for the business from a £3,000 ad spend so far. It's crazy. He's absolutely smashed it out of the park, very responsive, lovely lad. Can't recommend him enough.
Like I just mentioned, I'm going to walk through how I made this property coach £88,000 from one workshop based in the UK. This is off one event that we did back in May on the 31st. So we ran one workshop, there were 3 clients, and we spent about £1,200 in ads. 1,200 quid is about £1,200 in the UK. And from that, we had about a 71x return on the ad spend, which is crazy, and it ended up being around 413 ad cost per client signed, around 49 registrations, 9 calls, and 3 clients. So he runs properties, he actually manages them, and he coaches people to do the same. The way he does that is he converts tied 3-bed terraces into 7-bed, all ensuite HMOs across the entire South Coast cities, mainly around in that Kent area. And he's built over 350 rooms doing this. And alongside that, he has other investors teaching them what to do so they can do the exact same thing as well. See a profit, see a revenue. And the main thing is actually getting a better return on their investments, because a lot of people might chuck into the S&P 500 or invest in other stuff like a random company or crypto, whereas these are like supposed to be a better investment and a way to sort their wealth. Now, the people we were targeting are people who have around 100 to 400k saved up, so high earners, business owners. We were selling a coaching package at 10k pounds and a full project management from 38k pounds and upwards as well. And the cadence that we do this now is one live workshop every fortnight, or try to do that. Sometimes it's a bit longer, like right now he's on holiday, so we're not running one right now. But yeah, we're trying to do one every single fortnight. Literally rinsing and repeating the exact same thing, but there's new people and different people in the room every single time. So carrying on, there were 6 steps we took to take a random person to a signed client. First, they would click on a meta ad. They'd then go to the landing page. They'd opt in. At that point, they would then start to get our email sequence. Now, this was 10 pre-nurture emails, and then after the webinar, there's also 10 post-nurture emails. Then obviously they'd attend the live workshop, they'd get to a booked call, and they'd close. I'm going to walk through each of these here as well. Now, on the ads, there was one campaign, one ad set, and 29 creatives. With Meta Andromeda and the way it is now, I have found the best direct response strategy, so to get leads or booked calls, is having a direct response campaign with one campaign, one ad set, with a mix of videos and images in there. Now, this is some of the images we were using. There were videos as well that we had made, which were basically just some of the content that he was already using with a CTA on the end. Because Meta roughly needs around 50 conversions a week per ad set to lead the learning phase as well. So we specifically were optimizing for registrations, but if you can't get registrations, maybe you opt for a higher conversion event up in the funnel. It might even have to be page views if you're not getting enough traffic there. So that's why I always recommend spend at least $100, $200 or pounds a day so you can get enough traffic for your pixel to actually know who it's going after. And if you're always just seeing it as I spend this much to get a client and I get like 10 times that back, it's a lot easier to spend that cash. Alongside the direct response campaign, we had an engagement campaign. Now, within that, how that worked was there was 10 of his best videos. We spent £5 a day on each, and they were best videos that he posted on his Instagram or Facebook already. From there, we excluded anyone who already knew who he was or at one point had watched 3 seconds of that video from seeing any of these 10, because we wanted to bring new people into his audience who would then, after they watched one of those videos, get targeted for his direct response campaign. Because it lowers the cost per lead, increases click-through rates, lowers CPMs, all that good stuff, if people are already nurtured and watching your content. So in this engagement campaign strategy, you run it to literally just increase people in your audience. You want £5 to £10 a day per video. You can have 10, 15, 20 videos in there. These are all short form. You can have longer form ones in there, but we just found success with short form, so we stick to doing that. And when we find something that works, you should just stick with it. So yeah, this is what we did alongside the direct response campaign. So 2 campaigns in his ads manager there. Then we found obviously the page was the bottleneck and not the ads. The ads were performing very well, as you can see on the side here. This is the new page we built. The ads were performing very well, but After doing a financial model, which is where we laid out all the data in this funnel from ad spend all the way to close, we checked at CPMs, we looked at click-through rates, we looked at cost per clicks, number of clicks, click-through rates, organic ones, show-up rates to the call, retention rates, or retention to the pitch of the webinar, booked call rate, show-up rate to the booked calls, and then close rates. So we looked at all of that. And looking at all those metrics, the easiest one to double and change was the landing page. Now, I always advise anyone, focus on the metric that is the easiest to double, and the one that's preferably higher up in the funnel, because then it will affect all the downstream things. Because we found when we doubled his landing page conversion rate, it also increased our show up rate to the webinar. We had like around a 36% show up rate, and this took it to 51 on a cold audience, which is crazy. So that's what doing very well, and so was the landing page. And the 6 things that we tracked, and every single one of them measured. So we found on ClickFunnels, which is what we were using before, that it wasn't loading that quickly. It took a while. Then the click to registration was about 10%, and we took that to 20%. The cost per lead before was about £19, which for his audience was actually good. Like, we were happy to pay that, and we were able to get it even cheaper at £8.15. So profit doubled. Then, if all other metrics stay the same, profit doubles because you get more registrations, means more show up, more booked calls. And we had a new booking page which pre-filled their data in automatically. So it made it much quicker for them to book a call. Carrying on, the new page doubled conversion rate, and he actually even sent me a message at the time saying, "Jesus Christ, how does it increase this much?" So he was blown away by that. And that, like I just mentioned, halved the cost per lead, because when conversion rate doubles, it means for the same amount of spend, it costs us less to get a lead. And filling the room is half of it, but the room still has to convert. So what we did is I helped him actually create the entire slides. I have, if you know Jason Fladlian and Russell Brunson, they together have a lot of great resources on webinars. And what I did is I took the best bits from both of them, put it into this webinar template that I made specifically for my clients, and then I tweak it depending on their offer, their audience, and what they're selling. Like if they're selling to B2B, it's different to B2C. Or if they're selling to a more sophisticated audience who have less time, it's different to the selling to kids. I basically crafted it out for him, tweaked everything, and all he had to do was drop in pictures and drop in some of his knowledge in the webinar section, because obviously only he knows that, so that he could teach it. And then from there, we were able to get 3 clients out of this one workshop. One was 10K, one was 40K, and one was 38K, totaling to 88K pounds and a 71 extra return. And he sent me a message saying, if we generate 150K from that first one, 250K from the next one, then we need to do 3 more, and I've hit targets I've never reached before. And we did do very, very well. And we're going to be scaling to £1 million months now. And it's going to be really, really cool. So doing very, very well for him there. Carrying on, we relaunching the whole funnel as well. So if you've ever read a book called Atomic Habits, you want to make the positive things you want to do repeatedly very simple and very easy for you to do. I have made it really simple to just complete these 5 steps every single time. Now, on top of this, I'm also adding in like new funnel updates, making video scripts for him that he can record to basically educate people who are in the sales process, who are about to jump on a call with him, because we had quite a few people who were jumping onto calls and asking questions. So what I've got him to do is make videos which answer questions before they jump on a call. It saves people loads of time. One of the ways we made it super quick to spin these webinars up every single 2 weeks, sometimes even with a week or 10-day difference, is all that needs to be done is duplication of the Zoom webinar with a new date and copy the join link. From there, we update one calendar event date, and every single reminder computes off of that. Then we swap the date on the registration page and confirmation pages, then redeploy. We repoint the Zoom automations, and this is the one that breaks if you basically miss it, because we want to make sure people are signing up for this new webinar, and then I refresh the date in the ad creative and turn the campaigns back on. And the main things that actually moved the number was consolidation of the budgets, buying the new faces, that is for the engagement campaign, fixing that page, which doubled conversion rates, and making it repeatable so we can do it every single time. Loads of good stuff that we did here for Alistair, and excited to continue working with him and making this an even better project. Sweet. Have a good rest of your day, guys.